Good morning to you. We are breaking into programming as the president and the first family are about to leave Palm Springs and return to Washington.
Looks like they're going to be taking off a little early. Air Force One was scheduled to depart at 10 a.m., but it's 9:47, and right now, as you see, first family getting out of their vehicle and headed on to the plane.
And right now we're going to go over to Giselle Puente, who is live at Palm Springs International Airport and has all the details. Good morning, Giselle.
Gloria, Thalia, good morning. You can see there's a lot of activity, heavy security right now. On scene, we have California Highway Patrol, the Riverside Sheriff's Department. We have local police and Secret Service agents. You can see at least 15 cars making up the motorcade. The president will be here with the First Lady, Michelle Obama, and Malia. You can see that there is heavy security, making sure that the president and his family are safe before departing Palm Springs International Airport. Again, you can see the motorcade just arrived 1 minute ago, and the Air Force One, we're just about 100 yards from the plane. The media and local leaders as well as security are the only ones allowed this close to Air Force One. We're expecting the president anytime soon with the First Lady, Michelle Obama, as well as Malia. Sasha did not come on this trip. This is the president's third visit to the Valley. You can see some of the White House staff getting on the plane.
Giselle, just to break in here, I think we have a different shot, a different angle than what you have. Okay. But we did see President Barack Obama and the First Lady get onto Air Force One already, so it looks like they got on a little earlier than expected.
I see that the White House staff is getting on the plane right now. I do not see any sign of President Obama and the First Lady.
Thank you very much, Giselle,
I do see that there's Secret Service and Highway Patrol here, tight security.
Great, thank you so much,
Maybe we can zoom in to the right over here.
Well, what we're seeing is that the president and First Lady have boarded the plane. We are told that Malia did not, well, we didn't see her get on the plane. She was in town, and we've heard things about her possibly wanting to be in the movie business, and that she was spending the weekend as a production assistant on a Halle Berry movie, which is a very interesting tidbit of information. Obviously, she's not traveling with her parents. We saw them get on. It looks like everybody is boarded up right now on Air Force One, and we know they're going to be taken off momentarily after a nice long weekend in the Valley where the president played golf and spent his Father's Day.
That's right, and of course we're going to be staying on top of this. We're going to show you the live footage as Air Force One departs the Coachella Valley, but it was Friday evening that the First Lady and President Obama arrived here in the Coachella Valley, and of course now they are heading back to Washington, D.C. with a lot awaiting them. Of course, Iraq, a big deal right now, and we will stay on top of this for you.
All right, we're going to just stay with the plane until it physically takes off, just so we know that the president and his wife, First Lady, get off safely. And this is such a big deal this weekend for us here in the Valley. We had a lot of people, especially in Rancho Mirage, wanting to see the motorcade, stopping to take pictures, holding up signs. Gloria, I know you covered this story on Saturday.
That's right. I was there Saturday as Air Force One arrived back from Irvine, where the president addressed graduates there for their commencement ceremony, and he talked about climate change, called the students to action, and also did a private fundraiser in the Anaheim area. So he had quite a busy work week, but then he spent a few days here also just being able to enjoy time in the desert. And we understand that he did play at Porcupine Creek. He played golf. Of course, that is a huge estate here in Rancho Mirage, and we're told that he likes to play golf there when he's in town. We're also told that he played golf at Sunnylands there in Rancho Mirage as well. And you know, I heard stories of people actually seeing the First Lady at the Bump and Grind yesterday morning. So it looks like they really enjoyed the Coachella Valley. Even though it was hot out here, there's plenty to do here.
Well, and just the fact that this is basically the third time they visited in just 1 year, or just about a year. We're here last for Valentine's Day. Seems that the president and first lady are keen on the valley.
That's right. I think this is the first time the first lady actually accompanied President Obama here on his trip. But we know, of course, as you mentioned, last June he met with the Chinese President Xi Jinping. In February he met with the King Abdullah of Jordan. So it looks like the president definitely is enjoying his time here. And there's also been speculation that they possibly are house hunting because they've been spending quite a bit of time at Thunderbird Heights in Rancho Mirage. So there's a lot of speculation that maybe when he is out of the White House, maybe he'll buy a house here and maybe they'll come here to the valley.
Well, who wouldn't want to? The valley is up and coming. It seems like we're on the map, and here we go, taking off right now. We're rolling the beginning of the descent.
That's right. You can see Air Force One now starting to leave the Coachella Valley. We will stay on this shot as we see Air Force One leaving the valley. And, you know, Friday, Congressman Raul Ruiz was greeting the First Lady and the President, as well as a tribal leader. And now it looks like we also have local leaders saying goodbye to the President and the First Lady.
And what a nice way to spend Father's Day here in the Valley alongside his wife and daughter. But now it's time to get back to business. There's a lot for our president to be covering, and maybe he needed a little time away to, you know, rest up, and there he goes, back off to Washington.
That's right. A little rejuvenation is always good. And, you know, throughout the valley, we've seen a lot of presence this weekend from local police and law enforcement, of course, protecting the president, as well as Secret Service agents that have been in town, of course, keeping the president safe. So there's been a lot of activity here this weekend. And now, as the president and the First Lady leave, we will see the valley back to what we're used to.
And on another note, there is a wind advisory in effect. I don't know if you just saw from that picture we got when the plane took off, all the dust and debris kicking up.
That's right.
You know, they're just keep in mind it is going to be warm, and there is a wind advisory in effect for you out there.
We have had a very windy weekend, that's for sure. So hopefully that didn't scare off the President and the First Lady. The plane is taxiing right now, Air Force One taxiing at the Palm Springs International Airport, and it is going to take off any moment now there at the airport.
Unfortunately, it is out of our camera range, but we can tell you that the plane is taxiing, ready for takeoff, and will be airbound shortly. The president will be off.
That's right. And just moments ago, we did see the president and the First Lady get on Air Force One, and you can see right now, live look there by the airport where you can see the plane leaving. Now, we do have cameras at different locations, so this is a bit of a different angle, not exactly from the airport. We lost that shot, but this, it looks like it's by the nearby Gold's Gym where we were actually stationed the other day, where you can get a very nice view of Air Force One taxiing and even taking off and arriving into the valley.
You know, I have to say, I'm impressed that this is all happening earlier than planned. Here we go, taking off south to north, happening right now, and, you know, 5 minutes ahead of schedule. Honestly, I have to say that's not usually the case for politicians. We're usually running a little behind schedule, but here we're seeing them a little ahead, and off we go.
That's right. And, you know, of course, for the motorcade, they have to close down streets sometimes, and they have a lot of police presence. So sometimes that allows them to get through traffic a lot quicker than we would here in the Coachella Valley. So any moment now, we should see Air Force One in the air. It looks like it was taxiing and ready for takeoff. So hopefully we'll be able to get a shot there so you can see Air Force One leaving the Coachella Valley. And throughout the weekend, as Air Force One arrived and left in and out of different locations, you could see residents throughout the valley stationed there, hoping to catch a glimpse of Air Force One, hoping to take a picture of Air Force One, possibly even the President and the First Lady. So it has been an exciting weekend for a lot of residents here in the Coachella Valley.
It certainly has. And with the President and the First family safely airborne, it looks like they're up there, even though we can't see it. The plane has definitely taken off. Their 4-day visit to the valley has officially come to an end.
That's right. And we will have a full recap of the President's visit coming up on KMIR midday. That starts at 11 a.m. So make sure you stick with us for the 11 a.m. newscast. But we do have a lot of coverage for you. You know, one of the things the President did when he was here, he went over to UC Irvine, talked to graduates there. So he did have somewhat of a working weekend and then also enjoyed a little downtime as well.
A little business, a little pleasure.
That's right.
Thank you for joining us. We hope to see you at midday at 11 a.m.
We'll see you at 11.